Foodie gang, hey Foodie gang, what is going on? What's going on? You already know who it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. You are tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Y'all know I'll be having sound issues, so bear with me. Let me know at any point in time the sound is sounding weird. Today we are going to talk about, do expiration dates on food do expiration dates on food matter? Do expiration dates on food matter? Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. So I got a request from one of the foodie gang, one of the day ones that asked me to talk about this subject. And I really thought about it. I was like, this is a great subject that does affect so many of us because we all have to eat food. But you not hear me okay, food gang? Let me know if y'all can hear me all right. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on my TikTok. I did drop my TikTok link in the comment section. And so y'all know I'll be cooking. I'll be on my phone all the time. So when I be doing these like, big girl live streams where I got the laptop and I'm doing the StreamYard, bear with me because I'm a little bit rusty. When I first started off going live, I would always do these type of live streams and I didn't cook as much. And now it has flipped and it is the opposite. But before we get into the show, I am going to go over some disclaimers just because the information that I'm going to be giving you guys and showing you guys is controversial. Everyone feels very differently about expiration dates. So, let's get into the disclaimer. Welcome to 907 Good Eat Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Please note that the information provided on our channel, including commentary and discussions, is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Comments and opinions expressed are those of the individuals and not those of 907 Good Eats. While we strive to provide accurate and up to date information, we cannot guarantee its completeness, reliability, or accuracy. The use of the information provided on this channel is strictly at your own risk. We do not claim ownership of any third party content featured on our channel. All third party content is the intellectual property of the respective owners, and we respect their rights. Viewer discretion is advised for all content. We had to get that out of the way because we're going to be talking about expiration dates, we're going to be talking about food, and everything here is alleged. I want you guys to do your own research on the food. And I just noticed something. See, I told y'all I was going to be rusty. Get the banner scrolling across the screen so y'all know what's going on. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Keep the stove on and donate at Venmo, or you can send a super chat with your thoughts. Join my group on Facebook, which I am going to show you guys the group just because it's been a long time. Follow me on my social media platforms. And today, I have the 907 Good Eats merch on. Let me stand up a little bit. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have on shorts that don't match. When you're a YouTuber, right? When you're a YouTuber, you can show up in whatever shirt you want and you can have on shorts. You don't gotta have on pants. I don't even got on shoes right now. I got on socks and shorts. But I got the 907 Goodies shirt on. And this shirt also, There's a youth shirt available. So if you have a child, a dog, or nieces or nephews. So I have this shirt, and my daughter has a matching one. So check out the store. And how is everybody doing today? Yes, I had to get my information scrolling across the screen. Here we go. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show y'all the Facebook group just because I haven't showed it to you guys in a long time. We are now at 2,000 members. And you know what? Foodie Gang, sometimes growth is slow, and that's okay. Everything is not going to happen overnight. And I had to realize that when I first started content creating, it's like everything is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to have instant success, or not everyone is, at least, unless you're doing something crazy out here. And we got next level in the building. He said, Foodie Gang. Yes, y'all, join the channel. Come hang out with the Foodie Gang. And he said, what up, 907? Y'all, I don't know if y'all were here last night, but I made a turkey dinner with some baby potatoes, stuffing, and some cranberry sauce. When I woke up the next day, which is today, I was like, I do not feel like cooking. I was gonna cook today, but I did not cook today, Foodie Gang. So we're gonna have a sit down live stream. We are gonna talk about expiration dates, and we're gonna go over all the information for that. Some people think that it's okay to drink milk 2 weeks past the expiration date. Don't ask me how I know, but I know somebody who would drink milk past the expiration date. So, but can y'all hear me okay? Does it sound good next level? Somebody let me know. I don't want to be up here for like 30 minutes and y'all be like, oh, you got an echo. 30 minutes later. But yes, y'all, some people think that you can some people think you can drink milk for 2 weeks past. I don't. I look, I ain't even gonna play with y'all. When that milk says it's expiring on the 19th, by the 20th, I may have one last little sip. After that, I'm done. And Dr. Frizzle said he was here last night for the turkey dinner. Yes, after that, okay, Dr. Frizzle confirmed what I was wondering about, which was my mic. You know what? I have been having a lot of trouble with sound, and it has been one of the biggest hurdles in my YouTube journey. Dr. Frizzle said, laugh out loud. I just talked about that turkey stuffed dressing at next level. Yes, y'all, that and the recipes are posted now. But today I was like, I don't even feel like cooking. I have a Halloween party on Sunday that I kind of like. I had a lot going on. And we're going to have the Foodie Gang food panel here tomorrow. Already confirmed it with them. Y'all, the Foodie Gang food panel is hilarious. Tune in to my new talk show all about food. It is a panel show, and my co-hosts are at the Empty Stomach podcast. What we want to do eventually is kind of open it up so that other people can join the panel, but we kind of had to like work out the kinks with like the original cast before we can open it up. But we are going to open up the panel. Let the Foodie Gang join the Foodie Gang food panel. And y'all, I said night, but y'all, it's 8:48. Let me know what time it is where you're watching from. Nightbot. So hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But you know what? I was looking at my content today, and I was kind of just like scrolling through my page and seeing what was there, just doing inventory. And I was like, I have made a lot of content and I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, and I be talking. Okay, let me move some things around here so I can get a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. Okay, let me clear my throat. Okay, so if you are on Facebook, this is a fan page. Um, if you love food, you love recipes, you love sharing your food, or if you love looking at food, join the group. And Mr. P always having breakfast for dinner. He said, catch of the day is catfish nugget. Let me make this bigger for y'all. Catch of the day is catfish nugget combo with fresh made catfish nuggets and homemade fries. What's missing? So I will admit to y'all, I've been a little bit busy today, so I haven't had a ton of time to go through the group, but I like to I try to comment as much as possible and everything. Okay, so what's missing, I would say maybe some lettuce and tomato for the catfish sandwich. Cause it looks like he gonna make a sandwich with the bread. I would say lettuce and tomatoes. We got chicken adobo here. Home cooked chicken adobo, gluten free, soy sauce. Okay, she did a little something, something here. She did a little something, something. Time for Friday favorites. Share the best food you ate this week, and y'all know how to come with my turkey dinner. That turkey dinner was hitting. Also, have been going live quite a bit this week. And let me look up. So I know I've been cooking some food. Okay. Oh, I made the orange cranberry sauce. I made the breakfast burrito, the wings. So I've been cooking. Y'all check it out. Tune into it. Okay. Trick or treat, one has to go. Let me scroll up and let me get both of this. Oh, let me just blow it up. Duh. Okay. One has to go. Trick or treat, one has to go. M&M's, Blow Pop, Reese's, or Snickers. Okay. Let me know what y'all think in the comments or in the chat. I know hands down, Snickers is not going nowhere. That's my favorite. Okay, so when I was younger, I used to like blow pops, but now I'm not really into suckers like that no more. So I would say the blow pop has to go. M&M, especially with the peanuts, be hitting. M&M's with the peanuts be on fire. That's if they would have the peanut M&Ms, those are my favorite ones. And Dr. Phil said, "Blow pops gotta go." I agree, and I feel like I feel like there is such nasty people out in our world these days. You can't even eat a sucker in peace no more without somebody saying something. You know what? You know what did it? After Lil Wayne came out with that lollipop song, you really couldn't eat a sucker in public no more. So suckers gotta go. Blow pops out here, but ooh, when I did eat blow pops, you know what my favorite flavor was? Strawberry. I didn't really care for the grape. Grape was not my favorite. Whoa, something in here. Somebody sent me a message. I'm like, whoa, something popping up over here. Okay, so yeah, I've been making like little challenges like this. So join the group, follow me on Facebook, um, so you can get the inside scoop. And Samantha, who I also have the pleasure of interviewing on this platform, I see we're at 2.1K followers. Love it. And she know what? I'm gonna drop the link for that video or the interview that I had with her. She is an excellent content creator. She is on Instagram and Facebook. And I believe she started her YouTube channel as well, also. So let me drop that link for that video in the. She is also one of the admins for my Facebook group. I really pay attention and I really watch other foodies. And one of the things I will say, um, hold on, y'all, hold on. I gotta stop talking. It's getting real in here. It's getting real in here. Okay. YouTube is up here giving me a hard time. But I really watch other food content creators, and one thing I will say is that I kind of saw the beginning of her process of her becoming a food content creator. And she has done an amazing job and makes really amazing food. This is the interview that I had with her on 907 Good Eats. And go ahead and follow her on the social media platforms. I don't know if she's on TikTok. She might be. She might be. But you know what? It is just safe to say that everybody's on everything these days. Because everybody's trying to figure out a way to make it. So, and we got a sandwich right here. It's a grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah, so y'all, I really like looking at other food because I want to see what other people are cooking, what other people are using, what techniques they are using. And you can learn so much from looking at other food. This is a Texas trash dip. And you know what? I need to do more dips on 907 Good Eats. I haven't done a ton of dips on here. But y'all, Foodiegang, I got a whole list of stuff I want to cook with y'all. Okay, so yeah, that's all I wanted to show y'all the group. And there's the food from yesterday. We got the baby potatoes, we got the stuffing, the turkey leg, the cranberry sauce. The only thing that I would do differently for next time is I would make green beans or I would roast some carrots and so that it can give my plate a pop of color. And you know what makes me so mad? Is I have a bag of carrots in the fridge. I just didn't think about it until I was putting all my food on the plate. So that was the only thing I would do differently. But good thing for us, the holidays are here and we're gonna be doing a lot of holiday cooking. And who else happy is Friday? Uh I am definitely glad it's been a long week. I'm also happy that Halloween is about to be here. And so we can get past that and get on to the next thing. Okay, Foodie Gang, tap the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Are y'all ready? We finna get into the content. And I know I messed the name up of today's live stream, so let me go back and fix it. And you guys, it has been windy in Alaska. So I am hoping that my Wi-Fi holds up. But I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Y'all know I live in the ice box. Sometimes the elements do affect us. So, okay, the name of today's stream is Are Expiration Dates on Food Actually Important? I updated the name on YouTube, but I didn't fix it on here, so that's why I was confused. Okay, so the big question is when I buy something from the store, how long can this last? So the first thing that I want to do with you guys, Foodie Gang, is I'm gonna pull up the FDA and we're gonna read over, just skim through it of what their definition of expiration dates truly is. Because Even though the FDA, in my opinion, is not always right in their decisions, they are the governing body for food and drugs. So it's, so what they say does hold a little bit of weight. It may not be correct, but it is something that we got to pay attention to. So let me get that pulled up, y'all. Let me get that pulled up. Okay. How's everybody's day been though? Okay, so let me tell y'all what I ate for breakfast. Oh, for breakfast, I just had frosted flakes. I'm telling y'all, I did not feel like cooking. And then I had some pizza. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Don't eat like me. Don't be like me. But it's okay. I'm gonna cook tomorrow. Okay, let me get to the right button. Okay. Can y'all see that all right? Let me see. I might go with this one. Okay, so expiration date, questions and answers. This is the FDA. You know what the FDA is, y'all. We ain't even gotta talk about that. I know y'all heard what the FDA is. The Food and Drug Administration. So, why are expiration dates important for customers to pay attention to? Drug expiration dates reflect the time period during which the product is known to remain stable, which means it retains its strength, quality, and purity when it is stored according to its labeled storage conditions. Okay, so that's what expiration dates are. They tell us when the product is pretty much at its best, when the product is going to taste the best, going to look the best, going to smell the best. And thank you so much, Kelly. I was over here carried away, carried away. Thank you so much, Kelly. She said, looks so good. Yes, y'all. Definitely cooking over here at 9:07. Good eats. And we're just getting started with the holidays. We're not even in November yet. Y'all know what's finna go down. Okay, so we know what expiration dates are, but then you ask yourself, well, how do you guys come up with these standards? FDA regulations require drug applicants to provide. Okay, I think this is about the drugs. Okay, this is about the drugs. We need the food part. We need the food part. Okay, this is about something else. We need the food part. But that is what expiration dates mean. Let me play this video for you guys while I figure out the right one that we need. Okay. So when you see, cuz like sometimes it'll say expiration date, best by date, and it'll say best by, used by. There's a whole bunch of different dates. So this video in particular is going to break down what each of those dates or what each of those sayings really means, because a lot of times we see stuff on our food but we don't know what's going on. We don't. Let's just be real here.
That sell you food are trying to get you to throw away your items so that you buy more. Best by, use by, packaging, and sell by dates are not dates that your food has gone bad. The dates that they put on these packages are regulated by literally no one. This does not apply to baby formula. The best by date tells you when the food has the best flavor. It's still safe to eat past this point, but also use discretion. Check for off odors, flavors, or textures, of course. The use by or expiration date, this is the last date that the product will be at its peak quality, and it's still safe to eat past this date except for baby formula. The packing date is not an expiration date. It's literally just in regards to them packing and manufacturing it. And the sell-by date tells the store how long to display the product for sale. These are the foods that are good for up to 1 year after the dates. These are the foods that are good for up to 30 days after the date and then 7 days. Keep in mind, this is for packaged foods that you bought from the store and not cooked items that you have already prepared, and this is all from the Share Food program.
One of the things I would say is kind of scary about this is like nobody ever explains all this to you when you go into the store. It's just like one day you grow up and then you have to go into the store. So it's like, how would we know all of this stuff if no one ever taught it to us? And that's what I'm here for. So hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me run that back, and I'm still looking for the proper information from the FDA.
Sell you food are trying to get you to throw away your items so that you buy more. Best Buy, use by, package.
Now that part, this is all my opinion, but she ain't telling no lies. Because the more that we as consumers continue to buy, the more money they make. And that I do feel like they kind of set it up for things to go bad or for things to wear out. So then we go and buy it again. Like, for instance, it had nothing to do with food, but TVs. TVs used to last for a long time. Now you only got a couple of years, and the light blowing out. And so I do feel like sometimes they set these things up to go bad on purpose or go bad quickly so that you can buy it again. Sure. So I agree with that statement.
And sell-by dates are not dates that your food has gone bad. The dates that they put on these packages are regulated by literally no one. This does not apply to baby formula. The best buy date tells you when the food has the best flavor. It's still safe to eat past this point, but also use discretion. Check for off.
Yeah, when you're eating something that's like years past the expiration date, to me, in my opinion, I'm not eating that. I believe in those dates, but everybody is different. I know my sister and my father will eat food past the expiration date and not worry about it. Um, some people, they feel like them dates don't even matter. You know, like she said, use discretion. If you open something and it has a foul odor, or it has a weird color, or it has a weird texture, don't eat it. Save yourself. It ain't that serious.
Odors, flavors, or textures, of course. The use by or expiration date, this is the last date that the product will be at its peak quality, and it's still safe to eat past this date except for baby formula. The packing date is not an expiration date, it's literally just in regards to them packing and manufacturing it. And the sell by date tells the store how long to display the product for sale. These are the foods that are good for up to 1 year after the dates. These are the foods that are good for up to 30 days after the date and then 7 days. Keep in mind, this is for packaged foods that you bought from the store and not cooked items that you have already prepared, and this is all from the Share Food program.
So there we have it. She has some good information and breaking down what each of those labels really mean. So, thank you, Dr. Frizzo. Thank you. I forgot to mute myself. My bad. Do y'all want me to play that video again and I can mute myself so that there is no echo on it? But she has some good information. I'm gonna run that video back and mute my mic.
Corporations that sell you food are trying to get you to throw away your items so that you buy more. Best by, use by packaging and sell by dates are not dates that your food has gone bad. The dates that they put on these packages are regulated by literally no one. This does not apply to baby formula. The best by date tells you when the food has the best flavor. It's still safe to eat past this point, but also use discretion. Check for off odors, flavors, or textures, of course. The use by or expiration date, this is the last date that the product will be at its peak quality, and it's still safe to eat past this date except for baby formula. The packing date is not an expiration date, it's literally just in regards to them packing and manufacturing it. And the sell by date tells the store how long to display the product for sale. These are the foods that are good for up to 1 year after the dates. These are the foods that are good for up to 30 days after the date, and then 7 days. Keep in mind, this is for packaged foods that you bought from the store and not cooked items that you have already prepared, and this is all from the Share Food program.
Okay, so I hope that that fixed the echo. I think what I'm gonna do uh is get a new mic. And we will go from there. But it's gonna be a work in progress, y'all. Um Bear with me and shout out to all the subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So let me get her up out of here. Not that she had any bad information to say, but we got all we needed to get from her. She's pretty much saying that all those dates mean different things. And it is possible that you can eat a food past the expiration date, but it depends on the type of food that you are eating past the expiration date. This next video, I believe this is the right video. She's gonna give you a little bit more information about what foods you can eat past the expiration date. So I think this is one.
Let's talk about it. This is probably the best example I've ever had of two cans that are out of date. One is bad, one is good. This can is from Best Buy June of 2017. This is how it should look. This is a cheddar cheese concentrated soup. This can is Best Buy 2018. This is a nacho fiesta cheese soup. This is not the right color, and it stinks. Even if it didn't stink.
So remember when we were watching the last video and the woman was saying that you can eat food past the expiration date, but you need to use proper judgment. And so if you open something and it looks like baby food, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Um, I don't feel comfortable myself eating something a year past the expiration date, let alone 6 months. So, but she said it's okay. But if you open it, do the smell test. She's also going to tell you how to check the can to make sure that the can is not damaged.
Look at the pure difference. It should not look like that.
When you're looking at food that's past the best by date, you're checking for some common things.
Is the can, the top or the bottom, bulging in any way? If it is, don't use it. Are there dents? This is also a great time to check the inside of the can now that you've dumped it out. Do you see bulges or dents that you missed inside? Do you see rust or discoloration? If you do, don't eat it. I have some great examples right here for you. First up is this dent. This dent is directly on the seal. This is right where the lid goes on. If you see dents that are on the seal like this, or on that bottom seal, or up the side seal, do not use them. They weaken.
So when I worked in the kitchen, we get a lot of canned goods, and the type of canned goods that we get are the really huge cans that you see at like Costco or Sam's Club. They're the big, we would call them the number 10 cans. And what would happen was any cans that came in that were dented we would have a pile for those cans that were dented, and we would send them back to the vendor because dented cans are not good. And that it means that the food inside may be impacted. So she's saying if you have dented cans, watch out, be mindful if you do have dented cans, food cans.
In the can and bacteria is allowed to get in there. For funsies, let's pop it open because I can pretty much guarantee you it looks fine inside. It looks fine, it smells fine, but I know that I don't trust that dent because you can't see the bacteria. You can't see botulism. The golden rule is always when in doubt, throw it out. Now let's look at this can. No dent around these rims, but look at the side of that thing. Hold on, let's peel the label off. And I didn't focus on the date because with dents, dates don't matter. This is a good dent. Do you see how it's?
She is absolutely right about that dent. If we got that can off the truck for the kitchen, that can would immediately get pulled out of inventory and we would not use it. Just because, like she said, if bacteria seeps into the can and you serve that, that can be a big lawsuit for the company. So it was a pretty big rule of thumb when we were in the kitchen. But honestly, y'all, I'm not eating nothing a year past the expiration date. I'm not. Just because when I went, okay, so one of the first classes that we took in culinary school was a class on like the kitchen basics. So we went over knife skills. We talked about foodborne illnesses. And I'm gonna tell you, that class scared me straight. And I think they put that class first when you go to culinary school so that you'll be so scared you will not mess up and you will respect those food temperatures. You will respect those expiration dates, especially if you're serving other people. The fact that grocery stores are selling expired foods allegedly, I gotta say allegedly because I don't want them to come get me. But I heard, I was on TikTok, I was doing my investigation about the expiration dates, and a lot of people, they were saying that they got some expired food from the grocery store and did not notice until they had got home, or they noticed it when they looked at the container. But imagine if you get home. Some people had already gotten home, some people were in the store and they did not buy the item, but they made a TikTok. You know what? It is the highest disrespect sometimes to go to social media. And because if you go to social media, there's a possibility that that TikTok could blow up and your whole restaurant, your grocery store, whatever you own could be blasted. But they're not arguing with the staff, they're not fighting nobody, they just quietly being messy. So you gotta be careful with them TikToks. But let's get back into this video. Let's see what else she got to say.
Change the shape of this can. It makes it tilt to the side. It's the same thing. It compromises the integrity of the strength of the can and bacteria can get in there. We're not eating this. We are gonna open it though. Looks fine, smells fine, not fine. This is a good example of a different kind of dent. This is a great example of rust. If you can just
I just want to know how she got all these in the cans. Maybe she got these in the cans for the purpose of this video. I don't know. But let me tell y'all one thing. When you go to the grocery store, look at the expiration dates. Look at whether your container or your can looks damaged in any way. If that item is damaged, if the lid is like loose, there's no seal on there, your cans got dent on them, they're expired. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. Maybe let somebody know. If y'all can make a TikTok if y'all want, just be prepared. It might blow up.
Flake the rust off with your finger, not a big deal. This, you can't. It is all the way down into the metal, and it does the exact same thing as a dent. It compromises the integrity of a can. It doesn't matter where the rust is on the can. That's a no-go from me.
Shelf-stable dry goods last a really long time past their best by date also. Just be warned, stuff that does have cheese tends to go bad fast.
You know what, Foodie Gang? This reminds me of when I made our budget-friendly meal and I made hamburger helper. Let me just go ahead and get the link in the chat so that we can talk about that. And not only is hamburger helper if you are on a budget, it is an inexpensive meal. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't want to eat hamburger helper, that's fine. But if you're someone who don't mind hamburger helper, you're not too bougie, then you go ahead and do your thing. But I was talking to the foodie gang, I really enjoy these live streams where we get to do like a one-on-one. I'll be cooking and then I'll sit down and eat my food and I really get to talk to you guys one-on-one. And one of the things that you guys were saying to Big Bang, you guys, the foodie gang was saying that they wanted to see more budget-friendly meals because of the cost of food right now. The cost is very high. So, y'all asked for it, so I did it. I did the hamburger helper, hamburger stroganoff, and also one of the foodie gangs members asked me to do this live stream today talking about expiration dates.
Have cheese tends to go bad faster. This is Best by 2020, but if I'm going to use this, I'm not going to open it because I'm not cooking it tonight. What I'm going to do is smell it. If it smells musty or rancid in any way, we don't use it. Then we do the normal and check the texture and the color. The USDA website has a lot of information about this as well. I'm not an expert. I highly encourage you to do your own research. I'm just telling you what I have learned through my years.
And she seems very passionate about this subject. And she has a couple different videos about expiration dates. And she did mention the USDA website, and I'm on there now. I'm on there now, Food Again. And I said, well, what's the difference between the USDA and the FDA? Because I've heard of both of them. FDA regulates all type of food. The USDA regulates food as well, but not all food, certain types of food. Um, they do a lot of meat and I think it's poultry as well. So we're gonna pull up that website. And we're gonna see what they talking about. See what they talking about, Foodiegang. We need to know what's going on out here. We need to know what's going on out here. So let me just pull this site up. We're gonna see if we see anything on there. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what they talking about. Okay, this is the USDA. Food product dating. Okay, best if used by the date is the type of date you find on meat, poultry, or egg product label. Oh, that woman in that video was right. It says, does federal law require? Can y'all hear me? Am I on mute? Can y'all hear me, Foodie Gang? That woman in the first video. Remember her? Remember the TikTok I played where she was talking about how there is no regulation for expiration dates? Y'all, we are at the USDA website and they are saying something very similar to what she said. Does federal law require food product dating? Except for infant formula, product dating is not required by federal regulations. What kind of sense does that make? So the people that are creating the use by dates, allegedly, y'all, this is all alleged, are the companies. It's kind of what it sounds like to me. And she said, okay, so it says for meat and poultry and egg products under the jurisdiction of the Food Safety and Inspection Service, dates may be voluntary applied, provided they are labeled in a manner that is truthful and not misleading and in compliance with FSIS regulations. To comply, a calendar date must express both the month and date of the year. In the case of shelf stable and frozen products, the year must also be displayed. Additionally, immediately adjacent to the date must be a phrase explaining the meaning of that date, such as best if used by. Wow. So she was telling the truth. Ooh, here we go, Foodie Gang, here we go. Are dates for food safety or food quality? Manufacturers provide dating to help consumers and retailing decide when food is of best quality. Except for infant formula, dates are not an indicator of the product's safety and not required by federal law. Um, yeah, I just want to say Homegirl was kind of on the money in the first one that we seen. She knew what she was talking about. When she said allegedly it's the companies are making up these dates so that we can continue to buy and buy and buy and buy. And it's kind of looking like she knew what she was talking about. Okay, so wow. So there we have it, Foodie Gang. You know what? Sometimes when you start looking into this stuff, it just make you just like, dang, everything is just plotting on us. They plotting on us. Okay, y'all. So I got some more stuff lined up for us, Foodie Gang. Are y'all ready? We finna learn this episode and we finna get to it. So here's another one of her videos. This is the one I was first telling you guys about, where she's really gonna break down and tell you which foods you can eat past the expiration date. Which foods you can eat past the expiration dates and which foods you should not. So let me get this pulled up.
So let's go grab them and then let's talk about why nobody else wanted these things from. I was chosen off our local Buy Nothing page to pick up some free items that are past their expiration date. So let's go grab them and then let's talk about why nobody else wanted these things from 2021 and why they're still great. I have packs of rice, 1 white and 2 brown, all Best By 2022. We also have apple jelly, Best By 2022, and pepper jelly. Oh, Jack's Blackberry, what? Also 2022. Let's make some of this for dinner, and I'll tell you why Best By dates don't matter.
Most shelf-stable foods are good years past their expiration date. And it's not even an expiration date, it's a best by date. This date on the bottom of the can or bag or whatever tells you when the food is best taste, best texture, best nutritional value, best color. It's really more of a guideline for the store as far as selling, and it helps release some liability for the store because sometimes people eat things they shouldn't, and if they're out of date, they can blame them. Now, certain things like tomato or milk, they don't last quite as long, so when I'm checking them, I'm open.
Now, and that's, let me just hold up. Pause on what she just said, because we really need to break it down. She's pretty much saying the best buy day is so that the companies allegedly do not experience any backlash, any lawsuits, and they are not going to be liable for anything. I mean, I shout out to people like her that really break down these topics for us so that we understand like what's going on.
Them. I'm opening the can. I'm looking to see what it looks like. Is it the right color? Is it the right texture? Is there anything weird and floaty in it or moldy? Does it smell weird? I don't know why I smelled the top of that can, but does it smell weird? Does it taste weird, like fingertip in it taste? I don't have an example in my cupboard to show you because it's dangerous, but cans that have dents, and I don't mean shallow little dents, those are not a big deal. I mean big dents that have like a V shape where the can is bent in. That compromises the integrity of the metal and does let bacteria go in. Or
Yeah, anybody that has a can that's that dented, I don't even know why you would be eating that. Like, I don't know. You know what? Let me take. I'm gonna take that back. Y'all may not know, but let me tell y'all: if your can is dented, don't eat it because that dent can mess up the seal of the can. And botulism, if y'all know what botulism is, go ahead and look it up. And there's a number of foodborne illnesses that they sure did scare us with when I went to school. Once you know about the foodborne illnesses, you don't even want to eat it in cans. You don't even want to eat food past the expiration date. Once you know better, you're supposed to do better. So y'all know better today. Do not eat from a dented can. If your food looks bad, don't eat it. Even if it's your last meal, don't eat it. In my opinion.
dents that take place around the rim of cans, anywhere that there's an opening on the can. Same thing, it compromises it, lets bacteria in. Now these of course are just my opinion. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare professional. I was raised eating food that's past its best by date. I've grown up that way. I've eaten it for 40 years now and I'm doing just fine. It's a lot of
She proud of herself. She said, I've been eating expired food for over 40 years. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm the OG. I've been eating expired food for so long. I'm gonna come on here and encourage y'all to do it too. Nah, you go ahead and get your expired food. That's fine. But thank you so much for the tips and all of the information that you have shared. And I'm glad that you sacrificed yourself and you did it for us so that we did not have to. I do not eat expired foods. Um, and it's just something about that number. Once the number is past that date in real life, I don't even want no parts of it.
common sense, but obviously use your own best judgment. And look at that beautiful rice from 2022.
Now, one of the things that she also is stating in her videos is that if you're eating dry foods past the expiration date, it's not that big of a deal, or canned goods, because they are shelf stable. Now, when we get into talking about like milk and eggs and meat, those things are different. You should follow those dates. But she had rice and she ate that past the date. Rice wouldn't scare me. It's things like milk and eggs, you know. And you can eat eggs past the expiration date, but not too far past. Like she said, use your best judgment. If you go to open your container of milk or crack an egg and it don't smell right, don't eat it. Don't even do it. Let's take her up out of here. And we are going to take a quick commercial break. And when I come back, I do have more videos lined up, Foodie Gang. Okay, let me find the right one. Let me find the right one. I got so many videos on here, y'all. Okay, here we go.
Foodie gang, gang, gang. Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang gang gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Hey, Foodie Gang. Hey, Foodie Gang. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Normally, we're in the kitchen, but today we're taking a break from the kitchen and we got our Foodie Gang investigative team going on, and we're talking about food expiration dates. And the question that I have for all of you, Foodie Gang, is, are expiration dates on food actually important? That is the question. Should we pay attention to those dates on the food, or should we bypass them and eat 1 year, 2 year, 3 years past the expiration date? Do they matter? You heard the woman in the last video. She said she's been eating expired food for 40 years. For 40 years. She been eating expired food, and not only has she been eating expired food, but she's proud of it, and she wants to encourage you to do it too. Dr. Frizzle said, laugh out loud, them videos be hiding. Nah, Dr. Frizzle, them videos don't be hiding. Y'all be seeking out the drama. Y'all be looking for the people that's fighting, the women that's shaking their behinds. Y'all be looking for the mess. But I be looking for a little bit of the mess and the videos that do matter, which is the food. You know, um, we don't pay enough attention to the food, and that's okay. I'll tell you what to do. Subscribe to a YouTube channel, learn about the food, learn how to cook, um, learn how to order and how to eat out when you're a customer. Because sometimes some of y'all be the worst customers. Y'all be the worst customers, but that's okay. I'm gonna help y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all how to order, teach y'all what to say, teach you guys what not to do when cooking or when eating out. Subscribe to the channel, join the channel, and become a member. And you guys, I know I said that we were gonna do the 5K meal today. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. We are going to celebrate that milestone, but we're going to celebrate that milestone, I believe, after Halloween, because I do have a Halloween party coming up. Y'all, I'm hosting. I'm going to be the host. So, I'm thinking Monday and Tuesday will be our 5K celebration. We're going to do a live stream, and we're also going to have a meal. We're going to do Cajun chicken Alfredo. It's going to be good. Oh, and Foodie Gang, do not forget about breakfast tomorrow. We have a breakfast day every Saturday for the rest of our lives together. So I would say don't be late, but I'm probably gonna be late, so I can't even say that. I'm gonna try to do it really early in the morning, around 8:30 my time, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. 'Cause I got something to do. I'm thinking about, okay, these are the two options. These are the two options. I got a brand new waffle maker and I want to try it out with you guys. So I'm thinking about chicken and waffles or doing a breakfast potato bowl for breakfast tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Tune in the morning to see what we finna cook. Tune in for breakfast. Okay. Back on the expiration date, say playing in our faces, playing with our food, playing with our tax dollars, playing with our money. It's a whole lot of playing going on. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot to get through. But one of the things that we don't notice that we never talk about, or we, I feel like, let me take that back. I feel like recently people have been getting a little bit more woke to the food and are, eating less fast food, trying to eat better. But there's still a lot of stuff going on that we're not paying attention to. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. So let me play this video.
Or August of 2026. Best before. Not really. Let's talk about expiration dates on food real quick. Now, these companies put these dates on here, and you can read that. It says best before August of 2026. Best before. Not really expires, but best before, right? Now, you can check these dates, and you can expect most of these foods are going to last 6 to 7 years past those expiration dates and still.
Now that Now that was wild. He said that those canned goods could last up to 6 to 7 years past the expiration date, and this is all alleged. Allegedly. This what he said. This ain't what Big Bang said. Am I eating a food 4 years past the expiration date? Probably not. I have been blessed enough and God has watched over myself and my family where I never was in the situation where I had to eat something 5 or 6 to 7 years past the expiration date. Now, of course, if a natural disaster hit and all we got left to eat is these expired canned goods, of course I'm gonna eat it. Of course. But am I gonna eat the expired canned goods on a regular day? Probably not. But he said 6 to 7 years past the expiration date. That is wild, and I did not expect him to say a number that high.
Maintain its nutrients and taste. And that's kind of how I'm going about this. Now, if you vacuum seal and freeze meats and whatnot, they're going to last safely probably 3 to 4 years frozen if packaged and frozen properly. I like to organize.
He said, wait, what? Let's bring that back. Let's bring that back. This man, he said 3 or 4 years. Did I hear that right, Foodiegang? No, no. See, that's why you can't eat at everybody's house. You go up in there, and the newest thing in there be the pot and the water that came out of the faucet. That's a long time to have something in the freezer. But he did say vacuum seal. I don't know if you guys know what vacuum sealing is, but it's when you seal your food, you remove all the air from it, and it does properly seal it. But man, now if you get a pack of meat from the grocery store and you have it in the freezer for like 4 years, and when you get the package from the grocery store, it's just like plastic wrap and then the little tray on the bottom. Those packs, when they're in the freezer, they do get holes in them, making them not air seal tight. So that is a difference. He's saying air seal tight, but let's run that back to make sure we heard him right. See, but he did have his stories looking right. But you know what? Everyday average Americans who have kids, their freezer don't look like this. It just doesn't. Everyone doesn't have a vacuum sealer. Everyone's freezer cannot be this organized. Let's run this back though. Let's see what he said.
Expiration dates and still maintain its nutrients and taste. And that's kind of how I'm going about this. Now, if you vacuum seal and freeze meats and whatnot, they're going to last safely probably 3 to 4 years frozen if packaged and frozen properly. I like to organize everything and keep track of everything I have, the date I packaged it, and so I can see how much I have of what type of meats, whether it's chicken or beef. Now, if you're looking at these like freeze-dried meal ingredients like eggs, peppers, you can even get freeze-dried beef and chicken. You're going to get anywhere from 20 to 25 years out of these products. You can buy the bucket.
Nah, he playing game. He's at 20 to 25 years. Man, come on. 20 to 25 years. I don't believe it. And I'm not eating something that was packaged 20 years ago unless it's some type of wine or something that's been aging for decades or something. But chicken in a can that's 25 years old, that's crazy. But like the woman said earlier, use your discretion. If you open the can, it doesn't look right, has a foul odor, doesn't smell right, and is the wrong color, don't eat it. But 25 years later, I don't know what is going to be. You are definitely past the best by date.
Buckets, they have the freeze-dried meals in it, and you have your 25-year shelf life based on the manufacturer's recommendations, but it'll probably last longer than 25 years. What's nice about these is you can take these with you camping if you want to, and you just rehydrate with some water. It's good to have extra food.
I've seen those before. Somebody that I knew had these. It's like there's like food safety or food in case of an emergency, but it's you know what if people go. It's like you at some point you gotta live your life. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You gotta deal with it when you get to it.
With you camping if you want to, and you just rehydrate with some water. It's good to have extra food. You never know when a disaster is going to happen, whether it's a tornado, hurricane, a power outage where stores are just shut down for a while. If you're in the snow belt, you could be stuck in a blizzard for a couple weeks, or a serious situation to where we go to World War III. You just never know.
Yeah, he's definitely a doomsday prepper. Um, I don't know. Well, according to these people, the world was supposed to end in 2012, but we ain't gonna talk about it. According to them, we living in our last moments. But you know what? Like I said, you gotta live your life. You gotta enjoy your life. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yes, you can prep out stuff, and I talked about it when I talked about the hurricane prep. It is good to have to be prepared. But when you start talking about World War III, but you know what? There's a lot of conspiracy theorists out here in the world today, and they feel like it's about to end for us. So they feel like it's about to end. But there we have. Let me update this title. This is making me mad, mad, mad. But yes, Foodie Gang, hit the like button. We're gonna be doing breakfast in the morning. So we are not gonna stay up too late here because we got breakfast. Okay, so our expiration dates on food actually important? That is the question that we want to know. That is what we are all here for. And let me tell you guys, like I said earlier, my father would eat food past the expiration date and he would drink milk 2 weeks past the best buy date on the I don't know if it says best buy or sell by on the milk, but you know that day on the milk, he would say that the milk is good 2 weeks past. And he was like that woman who was like, I've been eating expired foods for 40 years. That was my dad. And he would eat foods past the expiration date. And it was like, it almost felt like expiration dates didn't matter to him. But one thing I will say is like, people that do eat expired foods, they do live a long time. So I don't know, but I'm not eating expired foods. It's not one of the things I'm doing. Would tell you guys to use your best judgment. Okay, Foodie Gang. I have a couple more videos left for us here, and so let me get that pulled up for us. Okay, so we talked about expiration dates and all that stuff. And what I want is for you guys to be educated so that when you go to the store, you know what to look for. You know what food to get. You know what to look for on the cans, on the jars, all that stuff. So I got another video that's gonna tell us the 10 foods that or the 10 foods to stockpile that never expire.
NYX Professional Makeup's #1 eyeliner goes nude in skin-teasing shades.
To the channel where we talk about everything survival, prepping, and self-sufficiency. Today, we're diving into 10 pantry staples that never expire and should be in every prepper's stockpile. Whether you're preparing for an emergency or just want peace of mind knowing your pantry is ready for anything, these foods will last forever and keep you well-fed no matter what comes your way. Let's get started. Honey is one of nature's most incredible foods. It doesn't spoil and can last indefinitely when stored in a sealed container. Archaeologists have even found honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that's over 3,000 years old and still edible. This is due to its low moisture content and acidic pH, which creates an environment where bacteria can't thrive. Honey is also packed with antioxidants like flavonoids and phenolic acids, helping to fight inflammation. Beyond food, honey is used for its antimicrobial properties and wound healing. Just store it in a cool, dry place, and it'll last forever. Salt is a true pantry staple that never goes bad. Whether it's sea salt or rock salt, it has no expiration date and can last indefinitely if stored properly in a cool, dry place. Salt has been used for thousands of years to preserve food and remains one of the most reliable preservatives out there. It's also essential for maintaining fluid balance, muscle contraction, and nerve function in our bodies. In the kitchen, salt enhances flavors, making it invaluable in cooking and baking. It's also used for curing meats and pickling, helping extend the shelf life of various foods. White rice, when stored in an airtight container in a cool, dry environment, can last indefinitely. Its longevity is due to the milling process, which removes the oil-rich outer layers, making it less likely to spoil compared to brown rice. White rice is a versatile and essential carbohydrate source, found in cuisines around the world. While it may lack some of the fiber and nutrients found in whole grains, it's often fortified with vitamins and minerals like iron and B vitamins. It's perfect for long-term storage and can be the base of countless meals, making it a stockpiling essential. Both white and brown sugar can
And one thing I would say about white rice that I really like about it is that there are so many different recipes that you can use or that you can make with rice. And I have a lot of them on my YouTube channel, but I like the versatility of white rice, and there's just so much that you can do with it. I feel like every pantry should have rice, and it doesn't have to be white rice, it can be brown rice, wild rice, but every pantry that is properly stocked, in my opinion, should have rice. Um, when you meet those people who say that they don't like rice, I'm like looking at them like, what?
Both white and brown sugar can last indefinitely if stored in a sealed, airtight container in a cool, dry place. Sugar's low moisture content makes it impossible for bacteria and microorganisms to grow, which prevents spoilage. Sugar is a key ingredient in baking and cooking, enhancing the flavor and texture of countless dishes. It's also used in preserving fruits by making jams and jellies, which benefit from sugar's ability to inhibit bacterial growth. While sugar provides quick energy, it's best consumed in moderation due to its link to health issues like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Dried beans, such as black beans, pinto beans, and lentils, can last indefinitely when stored in a cool, dry place. They're incredibly versatile and packed with nutrition, providing plant-based protein, fiber, and essential vitamins like iron and magnesium. Beans are an excellent source of complex carbohydrates, making them a healthy, long-lasting food that can sustain energy levels. They're ideal for soups, stews, salads, or as a base for vegetarian meals. Though dried beans require soaking and cooking, their long shelf life and high nutritional value make them a valuable addition to any long-term food storage plan. Powdered milk, when stored in an unopened airtight container in a cool, dry place, can last up to 10 years or more. Even after opening, it can last 18 months if properly sealed. The dehydration process removes water content, making it shelf-stable for long-term storage. Nutritionally, powdered milk is almost identical to fresh milk, providing essential nutrients like calcium, protein, and vitamin D. It's great for emergencies, camping, or when fresh dairy isn't available. Powdered milk can be reconstituted with water and used in recipes, coffee, or over cereal, making it a must-have in any prepper's pantry. Traditionally brewed soy sauce can last indefinitely when unopened and stored in a cool, dark place. Once opened, it's best to use it within 2 to 3 years for optimal flavor. Its high salt content acts as a natural preservative, preventing the growth of bacteria and mold. Soy sauce is a staple in many cuisines, especially Asian cooking, and adds a rich umami flavor to dishes. It's
Yes, and the one thing about soy sauce is that if you use soy sauce, you don't even necessarily have to add salt to your dish. Like the video said, soy sauce acts as a salt. And so it's like a natural salt. And that is a good thing about soy sauce. But he said 3 years on a bottle that's open. I did not know that. There's a lot of information in this live stream, and I'm gonna be a little bit less, particular on the expiration dates because I see that there in certain foods there is a little bit of room to kind of like wiggle. It's not like once it's expired, you gotta throw it out if it's soy sauce or the dry beans or the rice.
made from fermented soybeans, wheat, salt, and water. While it's delicious, soy sauce is also high in sodium, so use it sparingly if you're monitoring your salt intake. Apple cider vinegar, when stored properly in a sealed container in a cool, dark place, can last indefinitely. Its acetic acid content creates an environment where harmful bacteria and mold can't grow, preserving its quality over time. Apple cider vinegar is celebrated for its numerous health benefits, including aiding digestion, supporting weight loss, and improving skin health. It's rich in acetic acid, antioxidants, and some vitamins and minerals. In the kitchen, it's used for salad dressings, marinades, and pickling. It's also a natural cleaning agent, thanks to its antibacterial properties, making it a versatile pantry essential. Cornstarch is a must-have in any kitchen and can last indefinitely when stored in a cool, dry place. Made from
And I just want to say, Foodiegang, I was just talking about cornstarch, and I showed you guys how to use cornstarch when I made teriyaki sauce from scratch. And I am sure, I'm positive that I'm going to be using cornstarch again and using more of it on this channel. So stay tuned for that. Cornstarch is a great way to thicken your sauce if you don't want to add flour, you don't want to add gluten to it. And cornstarch is used a lot in Asian cuisine. It's used to thicken up the sauces like the sweet and sour, the orange sauce, and so much more. Those are thickened with cornstarch. And that makes it also, if you use cornstarch, it makes it gluten free. Whereas if you use flour, flour is gluten. So be mindful of that, y'all. Cornstarch, if you don't have some cornstarch, you got to get some. Like he said in the video, it should be in your pantry.
the starchy part of corn kernels, it's primarily used as a thickening agent for sauces, soups, and gravies. Cornstarch is gluten-free, making it a valuable ingredient for those with gluten sensitivities. Although it doesn't add much nutritional value,
Did I not just say that? Did I not just say, look, y'all can say what y'all want about me, but I know what I'm talking about. Okay, with this food thing, I know what I'm talking about. I just said it's gluten free. Look, if you don't believe me, check the facts. You can verify everything I'm saying because I know what I'm talking about. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, you're gonna learn something today. So here we go. Let's get back into the video. Cornstarch is gluten free.
its ability to transform the texture of dishes is indispensable. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a home cook, cornstarch provides that perfect silky texture to your favorite recipes, ensuring it's a pantry staple you'll want to stockpile. Hard liquor like vodka, rum, whiskey, and gin can last indefinitely if stored in a sealed bottle in a cool, dark place. Its high alcohol content, typically around 40% or more, prevents bacteria and mold from growing, ensuring that it stays good for years. Beyond being a drink, hard liquor is often used in cooking to add depth to sauces and desserts.
Next level said he know about that cornstarch. He said cornstarch for thickening. Yes, definitely a great thickener if you're making like a tofu stir fry. A lot of times they will put cornstarch. They will coat the tofu in cornstarch, and use that for or fry it up or like pan fry it for the stir fry because it'll add a little bit of crisp on the tofu and it'll also thicken your sauce, y'all. I know that not everybody likes to cook, but I do believe that everybody should know how to cook. Okay? There's a difference between knowing how to cook and liking to cook. Now, it's the people who don't know how to cook. I don't know what y'all gonna do out here. You know, we talked about on this channel the rising price of fast food, or fast food prices are rising, food is getting more expensive, DoorDash is adding on fees by the day, and they all want a tip. You have to learn how to cook. So you gotta start somewhere, and you should start here. On 907 Good Eats. Yes. See, Next Level know how to cook. And one day, Next Level is gonna drop on his YouTube channel. He gonna drop the cooking videos where he's chefing it up because we know Next Level is probably a chef in his real life. He said, cornstarch will have your fried foods extra crispy, y'all. And I did not know about cornstarch till I got older, until I went to Portland culinary school. That's where I learned about cornstarch. Cornstarch, once you learn about cornstarch, you always gonna use it. And we got Randy in the building. She said, hello, 907 Good Eats. I will watch it when I get to work. I'm working from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Keep me in your prayers. We are always praying for you, Randy. You know, let me tell you about Randy. Randy has been one of our day one supporters, and Randy is also the person who asked me to talk about expiration dates. And she has mentioned this topic frequently, about expiration dates, because she wanted to know more about this. So that's why I decided to do this live stream, because everyone knows what an expiration date is, or they know what it looks like. But do we really understand what's going on? And let me tell y'all this. By the looks of the way the world is going, y'all don't know what's going on. Not y'all Foodiegang, but the other people. They don't know what's going on. They still trying to eat out and don't even know how to cook. And next up said, hello, Randy, long time no see. Yes, Randy is one of the day one supporters. And when we see her up in anybody's chat, we be happy. You know what? I see Randy everywhere. Let me tell you where I saw Randy at. I saw Randy. This how I know Randy is like my friend, like my long lost friend. I saw her on Ticket TV. If y'all don't know about Ticket TV, type it into the YouTube search bar and thank me later. He was breaking a story, breaking news story. And I typed in the chat and I said, and Randy said, hey, what's up? I said, Randy, is that you? But Randy's the day one supporters, day one supporter. And Randy, thank you so much for watching on the replay. We are praying for you. Don't work too hard. Let's get back into this video.
It can also serve as a disinfectant in emergencies, thanks to its alcohol content. Just remember, moderation is key. Too much alcohol can lead to health problems, but it's a versatile addition to any stockpile. And there you have it, folks. These 10 foods can last a lifetime, making them essential for long-term storage. Be sure to stock up and stay prepared for whatever life throws your way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and
The only thing that I didn't really agree with in that video is he's really saying that we need to stockpile up on liquor. I guess he said we going through a natural disaster. Don't you want to get your drink on? But he said stockpile on liquor. I don't know if you really need to stockpile on liquor. I don't really think it's going nowhere. But you know what? If that's what you want to do, if you're going through a natural disaster and you want a little drink, do what you do. But I did agree with the rice, beans, sugar, and cornstarch. I do think that those are important to have. Um, Especially rice and beans. Rice and beans is a very filling meal, and you can add that to your meal or have it for dinner. Ooh, excuse me. Have it for dinner any day of the week, and it will work out. All right, Foodie Gang, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and y'all follow me on Facebook. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, the whole thing, the whole thing. Okay, I have another video for us. Okay, so you remember how we were watching that first video and she was saying that she been eating expired food for the last 40 years. Well, there are a lot of people in the world who feel like eating expired foods is not bad. Everyone should do it. Nothing wrong with it. And what I will say is that yes, it is true. You can eat expired foods, but you need to be mindful and you need to matter. I mean, you need to be mindful and you need to use your discretion. If it smells funny, has a weird odor, any dents on the can, you don't want to consume it. So, in my opinion, yes, expiration dates on the food are important because it is kind of a marker. But like they said in the videos, it is not the end all be all. Just because they have marked it a certain date does not mean that it will not go past that date, depending on what it is. I do feel like we didn't have expiration dates because if we didn't have expiration dates, imagine what these stores would be selling us. Just imagine. They would be selling anything. They can't wait to take our money. They can't wait. So let me pull up this video. Okay, so in this video, they are going to talk about why they eat expired foods. Y'all know I gotta get these buttons right. I gotta get these buttons right. Y'all know I've been in the kitchen. So I'm rusty out here in these streets. Okay. But I said today I don't even want to cook. I'm tired. I'm tired, but we are going to be having breakfast in the morning. So tune in for that. Okay, we always got it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to take y'all back in. We're going to get past.
Expired? Can I eat it anyway? Ugh, expired? Can I eat it anyway? If I do, am I going to regret it later? This is Minute Food. Okay, first, what am I even looking at? Like here in the US, we have sell by dates and use by dates, and use or freeze by, and best by, and expires, and fresh until, and packed on, and all sorts of other dates. One particular big box store found that its suppliers used 47 different kinds of date labels on their packaging. Then there's the matter of where you are. Like milk products in Florida need a shelf life date. In Pennsylvania, they need a sell-by date. In New Hampshire, milk doesn't need a sell-by date, but cream does. And in Wisconsin, milk products don't need to be dated at all. Considering all this, it's no wonder that instead of trying to sort out what a particular date on a particular package means, lots of people just throw food away once it's past that date. One survey found that the vast majority of people in the US at least occasionally throw out expired food, and more than a third always do. And hang on while I get on my soapbox for a sec. That adds up to a lot of food. Each year, the average American family throws away somewhere around 50 pounds of food because of packaging dates, which of course means we're also throwing away all the water, energy, and food it took to grow that food. Not to mention the money we spent to buy it. I could always sort of rationalize that waste, since I assumed that throwing away expired food was going to save me from a nasty run-in with Listeria or E. coli. But it turns out that the dates on food have essentially nothing to do with food safety. Instead, these dates almost always indicate quality, because as food sits around, whether it's in the freezer, the fridge, or your pantry, the color.
So there you have it. She feels like they represent quality, but it's like I don't want to eat bad quality of food either. And yeah, she about to take us in about why she eat expired food. She gonna tell us what her opinion is, and we finna see Foodie Gang.
Texture, taste, and nutritional content change, usually for the worse. Most of the dates you'll see on food tell you how soon the manufacturer wants you to eat it, or a store to sell it, before the quality goes down too much. But what aspect of quality? And what's too much? Well, it's up to the manufacturer. Maybe a cookie company will gather together a focus group to find out at what point, say, half the people no longer like a ginger snaps flavor. Or maybe they'll analyze its texture to find out when it gets some percentage less snappy. But just because a ginger snap is a bit less snappy doesn't mean it's gone bad. You might not even actually notice the difference. So on its own, the date on the package shouldn't be the reason you throw food away. And honestly, a surprising amount of
Now I don't agree with that part where she said sometimes you won't even notice. Not me. If I'm eating something that's old, I notice by the texture and how it like breaks down, how it tastes when I chew it. I definitely notice, but she is stating in this video that we should not be throwing out food that is expired. And I know if she came to my house, to my crib, to my kitchen, she would be mad because I be seeing them dates and I be tossing it out. But we finna all learn something today. We finna see what else she has to say.
stuff in our kitchens is safe to eat essentially forever, like frozen food, lots of pantry staples, and most packaged and canned foods. They simply don't have the right conditions for microbes to thrive. For everything else, look at it, smell it, touch it. If it's green or stinky or slimy, skip it. Microbes have made the food their own. There's already some great info out there about moldy food, so we're really only going to dig into bacteria here. And here's the thing that blew my mind when I was researching this video. Spoilage bacteria, those that make food look or smell or feel gross, are different than pathogenic bacteria, those that make food dangerous to eat. So just because something is spoiled doesn't mean it will actually harm you. In fact, spoilage bacteria can sometimes outcompete pathogenic bacteria and keep them at bay. I mean, it's not a good practice to eat stuff that's clearly gone bad. But if you've accidentally slurped some curdled milk, don't worry, it's unlikely to make you legitimately sick. The bacteria that are likely to make you sick, pathogenic bacteria,
She said if you accidentally slurp some curdled milk, how are you accidentally drinking bad milk if you read the label on the bottle on but I guess if you don't read the label and you take the sip of the milk, yeah, it could be bad. Um And that's one of those things that I would drink something that was nasty like that, and I would stop consuming it for years after. Because when I be scarred by some food, I don't eat it for years after that. Like I had okra years ago. I think I was like maybe like 17, 18. I had some okra, somebody made me some gumbo, and it was so slimy. To this day, I do not eat okra. So if I eat something that has a bad memory, I will avoid that food for the next couple of years. And she said accidentally drink some curdled milk. That make me want to just shake thinking about it. Like, oh, see, if you would have read that date on that bottle, you wouldn't even be in this situation. But since you want to play games, now you gotta face being scarred. Now you gotta face being scarred because you wanted to play games.
like Listeria, botulinum, Salmonella, and E. coli, don't change how food looks, smells, feels, or even tastes. So it's basically impossible for most people to know they're there. These nasty guys tend to multiply in food that hasn't been treated properly. Maybe it's been left out for hours at a picnic, or hasn't been cooked through. And of course, a date on a package isn't going to tell you any of that. So here's the bottom line when it comes to dates on food packaging. Many foods are safe and delicious way after the date on the package, and others can be really unsafe way before that date. Knowing that, I'm going to be way more thoughtful about what I throw away and what I keep, like this ancient yogurt. Ever since I found out that there's nothing inherently unsafe about lots of expired foods, I've been way less grossed out about eating them, and way better at cutting out food waste.
See, remember when I was telling y'all certain stuff I don't play about? One of the things I don't play about is yogurt and milk because have you ever opened the gallon of milk and smelled it and it smelled foul? I only I did that when I was younger. I don't even want to smell the smell anymore. So if it says Best Buy, like I said, maybe a day or two after, but after that I'm done with it. I don't got time to play with it. The same thing with yogurt. And then it's like you gotta I don't know. I just have always been serious about expiration dates. But I know people who don't care. And I think it's all up to you and it's your preference. If you open it and it smells fine, go ahead and eat it. If you don't like it, hey, look, The food waste around the world is not on me. I'm just one person. Y'all can't put all this on me anyway.
And there are other ways that changing our gross out threshold may help us solve a planetary problem. I recently watched a fascinating documentary about eating bugs, not just from a how to feed the world perspective, but also a gastronomic perspective. Maggot cheese gelato, anyone? I found bugs on Wondrium, which sponsored this video. Wondrium, which used to be known as the Great Courses Plus, has tons of really engaging and well-researched courses, how-tos, travelogues, and more. If you've ever wondered about eating bugs, or pretty much anything else, check out Wondrium. As a Minute Food viewer, you can try it for free. Visit wondrium.com/minutefood.
My bad, Foodie Gang. I was in the zone. She's trying to hit us with them ads. She's trying to get us to buy. My bad, Foodie Gang. I was in the zone. But speaking of commercials, I do have this Foodie Gang infomercial that I'm gonna hit y'all with, and she led us to this point, so we will finna just get to. I got the infomercial. I'll see y'all in a second. Hey, Foodie Gang, welcome back, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to my kitchen. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you made it to this step, I'm gonna explain to you exactly what is going on. So, I have my new membership program. I am launching my membership program, and there are three different tiers: Foodie, The Gang, and Certified Foodie Gang. I am going to explain to you about each tier and also the instructions, and all the information is down below so you can check it out. So we are just going to start with the first tier, which is the Foodie, and it is going to be $2.99. You are going to get loyalty badges next to your name to let everybody know how long you have been a foodie. You will also have emojis to use in the chat that are designed by me, and I cannot wait until you guys see them and check them out. You're also going to have member only live chats, priority reply to comments. So that is the first tier. The second tier, which is the gang, will have all of the previous perks that we talked about, plus early access to new videos, member shout outs, photo and status updates, and members only live stream, plus the perks that we mentioned previously. Now, moving right along. Now we're on to the third tier, Certified Foodie Gang. The third tier is going to have all of the previous perks from the first and the second tier, plus the third tier, which includes connecting on social media, members only cooking videos, member only shorts. This third tier is $19.99. So we have $2.99, $6.99 for the gang, and $19.99 for the third tier. At any point in time, you can cancel, you can upgrade or downgrade depending on what you do, Foodie Gang. But the choice is really yours, and the flexibility is yours. I encourage you guys to join my membership program and go along on this journey with me at 907 Goodies so that you never miss a meal, a recipe, or a live stream going forward. So join the membership program, read all about it, and like I said, you can cancel at any point in time. But if you want to continue to cook with me and receive my recipes, become a member, join the membership program. And I am so excited for all of my Foodie Gang members to continue to enjoy my great content. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the membership or in the program. Thank you guys all for tuning in, Foodie Gang. Thank you guys so much for continued support of my channel and my cooking. Now, with all that being said, let's get started. Welcome back, Foodie Gang. Welcome back. So y'all are tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. This is my live show. So thank you guys for watching the infomercial. And the reason why I play that infomercial is to give you guys as much information as possible about the membership program. So we have been talking all about expiration dates. And I want to know, are expiration dates on food actually important? And what I will say is that I think that that word important can be left up to interpretation. I do feel like food expiration dates on food are important because it gives us some sort of marker of, you know, when it was produced. I mean, the can can come from anywhere. So it gives you some sort of a marker. But like they were saying in the video, some of those expiration dates actually can go past that date and still be good, depending on what the food item is. Canned goods and dry foods last longer. Now, milk, yogurt, dairy products, different. Is different. So I do think that expiration dates on food are important. It gives you some sort of marker of, what you're going for, or who food can be made from any year. So at least you know a little bit. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about expiration dates. And let me know if you've ever had any stories about eating expired food. And I know somebody had food poisoning. So, but if you let me know what y'all think about expiration dates. And we got Pump Your Brakes with Mr. Troy. He said 907. What's good in chat? Well, Mr. Troy, we just been talking about expiration dates and whether they are important or not. And I played a couple of videos and we talked about expiration dates. Um, because when we go to buy food, we see the dates, but we don't really know what it means. We just think that on that day we have to throw it away, and that's not always the case. We don't always have to throw it away immediately on that day, depending on what the food item is. And if you guys are on YouTube, I was reaching from my mouse, but it's down here. If you guys are on YouTube, and I know y'all are if you aren't watching my channel, so don't lie. Check out Next Level, Pump Your Brakes with Mr. Troy, Dr. Frizzle. And one day Randy gonna start her YouTube channel, but we waiting for that though. But in the meantime, Randy gonna be in the chat holding it down, supporting us. But yes, Mr. Troy, we just been talking about expiration dates. I know that y'all all know that person who eats expired food. And you be looking at them like, yeah, you playing with your life. You ain't finna play with mine though. And Mrs. Troy said, that's not true. I deal with it. What's not true? What part is not true? What part is not true, Mr. Troy? Let us know. Okay, y'all. So we gonna have to get out of here pretty soon because I keep seeing like this white stuff in my lip, but it looks fine. It's just like the glare from my light. Okay. In the morning, we are gonna be having breakfast. Okay. I am not completely sure what we're gonna have. I have two options: chicken and waffles or a breakfast potato bowl. I bought a new waffle maker, one of the big ones, because I bought it for us, Foodie Gang, so we can enjoy it together. Oh, Mr. Troy coming up in here ready to debate. He said expiration date is the sell date. And he said it don't make it bad. Mr. Troy, I want to know this. How far past the expiration date do you drink your milk? That's what we. How far past the expiration date do y'all drink y'all milk, Foodie Gang? Let me know in the chat or in the comments how far after the milk is expired or that had that date you go past it in real life. How far do you go past it before you toss your milk out? My dad said 2 weeks. Big Bank says 1 to 2 days. But what did Mr. Troy say? What does the Foodie Gang say? Oh my, Mr. Troy, how did I know you was gonna say something like this? Mr. Troy said 1 week. And my dad would also say that date on the milk, 2 weeks past that date, the milk is still good. That was what his opinion was. But was my taste buds the way that they are, as soon as something don't taste right, I can taste it. And I'm not I can't do more than 2 days. And then I just it's like it's weird. It's like I get this feeling where it's like I can't forget about it. The whole time I'm drinking the expired milk, I just be thinking about how it's expired. Okay, but let me know. Okay, so Big Bang said 1 to 2 days. Mr. Troy said 1 week. My dad said 2 weeks past the expiration date. He's drinking the milk. I want to know how far past the expiration date are you drinking the milk? And Mr. Troy said buttermilk is sour milk. But okay, so I gotta look into that because I kind of have heard that a little bit about buttermilk. But it's like, do they take milk and just let it get old and then call it buttermilk? Nah, see, I gotta research Foodie Gang. Y'all be up here keeping me informed. I almost said y'all, that's Ava asking me if I'm almost done, so I gotta go pretty soon. Kids don't care what you got going on. They want to know, is it their time right now? But I gotta look into buttermilk because I've heard a little bit about it, but I don't really know. Like I haven't pulled up videos and really like studied everything about it. But so, Mr. Troy, let me ask you this, Mr. Troy. Are expiration dates on food actually important? What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comment section or in the chat. Let me know about the milk. How far past the expiration date are you drinking the milk? And my dad said 2 weeks. I said, man, ain't even that serious. Mm-mm. Have y'all ever smelled sour milk? Ooh, it don't smell good. But foodie game. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna be having breakfast. We're either gonna do chicken and waffles or we're gonna do a breakfast potato bowl. Let me get my little schedule out here. Look, you guys, I have to write down everything because I have bad memory, and we are gonna talk about that later on in the future. I'm gonna tell y'all why I have bad memory. Let y'all know all about my life story. It's coming. It's coming. So, oh, so the Mr. Troy said it's buttermilk after the milk goes sour. What? Man, like that woman said, they're trying to get all our money. They're trying to play us out of everything. And you guys know, a lot of the foods that sorry, my back itching. A lot of the foods that you see on the menu and things that are sold in the store are because somebody messed it up or because a product did go bad and so it changes its what the product is. So it's so crazy. But yeah, Mr. Troy said this all legend. I gotta do some research. He said buttermilk and sour milk, which I think I've heard before, but I've never really looked into how it's made. So we will have to do that. But like I was saying, I'm going to be putting together a live stream where I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I have bad memory. I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about my backstory and everything that occurred and that went on in 2020. So stick around, stay tuned for that live stream. It's not going to be a live stream. It's going to be a pre-recorded video, but it is going to be explosive. I'm going to expose some things about myself that you never knew, and you will be surprised when I tell you about my backstory. But I have my notes here. I write down everything because I do have bad memory. So if I don't write down everything, I will forget what's going on and I will be reposting the same content. So what I do is I have a calendar here. One is for content and one is for videos because you guys know that I don't just do 907 goodies. I know y'all like, dang, she always up here. Every time I get on here. But I don't just have 907 goodies. My daughter has a YouTube channel, and Ava's Playtime is the name of it. We have over 300 videos. So for me to be able to manage 907 goodies and Ava's Playtime, I have to take notes so I know what's going on. So, in my notes, we're doing the breakfast live stream tomorrow. Sunday, we're gonna have the Foodie Gang food panel up here. And y'all, let me tell y'all about the Foodie Gang food panel. Hilarious. They are hilarious, great co-hosts, and every time we get up together, it's always a good time. And the thing about the Foodie Gang food panel that I really enjoy is that they love food as much as I do. Oh my God, Mr. Troy. We're gonna have to get you on the show. You know everything. He said sour cream, where do it come from? You know what, Mr. Troy? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know where sour cream come from. Where does it come from? And I never even thought about it. No, I never thought about it. You know what, Foodie Gang? It's so crazy because the things that we eat every day, I'm flipping to my notes 'cause I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on for the week, the weekend, the week. There are so many things that we eat that we just have no idea about. But where does sour cream come from? I'm very curious to know. And if anybody else knows, let us know. So, Ava's Playtime, type that in on the search bar on YouTube and subscribe to my daughter's channel, especially if you have kids, you have kiddos, baby kids, you know. We love everybody, but it's a great channel. We have a lot of fun over there. And you guys have asked me before. Y'all be like, why you be so happy? Why you not arguing with these people? Let me tell you why. When I first started my YouTube journey, I was making videos for my daughter's channel. I was doing kid content, children's content. I was making little kid videos. I had the graphics like popping up. We got different backgrounds. And on kids' YouTube, everybody is happy. And so 6 months after I started Ava's Playtime, I started 907 Good Eats because I was kind of bored and my daughter didn't want to film anymore. And I was like, let me go ahead and do this cooking thing, right? So tell me why when I started my channel, I started to notice how angry everyone was, how mad everyone was, how it's like they always got into an argument out of nowhere. And it was just, I'm telling you, it's just so different from kids' YouTube. And you know what's crazy? Those kids we have millions of followers. They all support each other. They love each other. It is just a totally different environment. But then I figured it out. There are different. Thank you, Mr. Troy. He said, love you 907 and your show. Thank you so much. You know what? I be like, I was looking on my content today. I was like, man, I be talking a lot. Thank y'all for watching. Over 200,000 channel views. So thank y'all for watching. But I'm telling you, the children's YouTube and the adult YouTube is way different. But then I learned not everybody on YouTube that is an adult is mad or is nasty. There are some amazing people that I have met on YouTube. Mr. Troy, Dr. Frizzle, Freezy, Next Level, and so many other great people. There's this woman who has a wellness channel, GA Wellness. GA Girl Wellness. There are some amazing people that I have met on YouTube. And I will say the people that you surround yourself with really do matter. Now, with all that being said, Foodie Gang, we with the Foodie Gang. So this weekend on the schedule. Tomorrow we're having breakfast. Um, I have a Halloween party coming up on Sunday. So I'm gonna be doing some Halloween prep. I may go live and share that with you guys. Sunday, we're having the Foodie Gang food panel, and then I'm going to the Halloween party. So what I'm thinking is Monday, we're gonna have the 5K celebrations. I'm gonna be making Cajun chicken Alfredo for you guys. And then we're also going to have a 5K celebration. And on there, we will do an open panel. And yeah, so that's the plan for the weekend, y'all. And I got a whole bunch of videos I gotta edit. I have this video where I made chicken in a crock pot that I gotta work on, gotta edit. I also have a video on how to make Alfredo sauce. that I gotta edit. I got a lot of editing to do, y'all. But thank you so much, Mr. Troy. When you first started your YouTube channel, you like, man, I hope somebody watch me. You like, man, if I get one person here, I'm winning. So you know what? Because it's like when you start your channel, you're just like, oh, here it is. This is all me. And Mr. Troy, you be cooking, Mr. Troy. He said, I want to do a cook off with you soon. You know what? Someone else mentioned that idea like of doing like an interactive live stream. Um, and somebody else also said that they couldn't wait to cook with me in the kitchen. And I was like, y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet that y'all want to come cook with me in the kitchen. But I would love to. And one day, I'm sure when this platform gets it huge or, who knows where it's going to go. But I would love to do a live cooking tour. I would also like to have some dinner, it's like dinner parties where it's like I would cook for you guys, me and my culinary team would cook for you guys, and then y'all come, y'all eat, we do a meet and greet. Everybody's chilling and we're happy. But that's all in the future, y'all. But in the meantime, what y'all could do to help us get to those milestones is subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the like button. Join the group on Facebook. The group is also going great. And I'm not on Cash App anymore. I'm on Venmo at Chef Big Bang. And follow me on all my social media platforms. And Mr. Troy said, two heads is always better than one. Mr. Troy, I need you to go tell everybody else that. Because everybody else they don't even want nobody. Everybody's just mad in the world right now. But you know what? Over here we're happy because we do have food. We do talk about food, you know. But I agree, especially in the kitchen. Two heads is better than one. And that's why I said when I come and cook for you guys, I'm gonna have a team. There is no way. There's no way I'm doing all this by myself. I need a team. I need a team. But until then, y'all, we're gonna be up in the kitchen and I'm gonna be at home cooking and we're gonna be talking in the chat. So come back for tomorrow's breakfast. I know I'm going for 8:30 a.m. my time. Y'all know I'll be running late, but I'm gonna set 2 alarms. I'm not gonna stay up too late. All right, Foodie Gang, I'm gonna be on time. I'm gonna be on time to my own show. I was on time today, and I'm proud of myself. So, y'all let me know in the chat, are expiration dates on food actually important? Or let me know in the comment section. And I want to know, how far do you drink milk past the expiration dates? And Mr. Troy said, I'll be asleep. Mr. Troy, what time is it where you are watching from? For me, I'm in Alaska and it is 10:52 p.m. It is 10:52 p.m. And I used to live stream a lot kind of late at night, but now I be tired. And I think that's because the kids went back to school and so okay, Mr. Troy said Central. Well, Mr. Troy, you can always watch on the reap. But shout out to everybody that came in the building. And thank you guys all so much for rocking with me, Foodie Gang. I know I'll be going live randomly, dropping pre-recorded content on Wednesdays. So thank y'all for rocking with me. We at 5K. We're gonna continue to grow. It's not gonna be like a fast run or a sprint. It's gonna be like a step-by-step journey. And that's what YouTube can is sometimes. Sometimes it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna happen day by day, hour by hour. But we have almost hit the milestone to be eligible to receive what do they call it? Revenue from the ads or something, something like that. I think we're like 40 hours away. So like I said, it's gonna be a slow walk to the top. We're not gonna like wake up one day and Stephanie Bank is viral. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be a day by day, but you know what? Overnight success sometimes can be lost very easy. I would rather go the slow route and really learn everything that I need to learn to get me to the next step instead of just like boom, one day out of nowhere, and you know what? In today's time, you can reach that overnight success, but I want to say true to myself. So But thank you guys all so much, Foodie Gang. And Loretta snuck in. How are you doing? How are you doing? Y'all be ready for breakfast in the morning. I'm undecided on what I'm gonna make. So tune in to see what I make. And Mr. Troy said 1 day at a time. Yes. And you know what? It's better to start that day today than it is to start that day a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. If it is a slow process, you might as well get started today. But Foodie Gang, I know I done talked your ear off. We've been up in here 2.5 hours. Y'all know I'll be talking. I will see you guys in the next one. I already told y'all what's on the menu, what's coming up. We got breakfast in the morning, the Foodie Gang food panel. We got the 5K celebration and also the 5K meal, which is going to be the Cajun Alfredo pasta. Cajun, yeah, no, I said it wrong. Cajun Alfredo. I think I did say it right. No, Cajun chicken Alfredo. And that's how I know I need to go to sleep. Can't even talk right no more. But shout out to everybody that came through. Thank y'all so much. I'm finna hit y'all with the outro video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, Mr. Troy said it's good night for me, 907. Yes. I'm finna go to sleep, finna get me some rest. Y'all know I'll be going at it. And I also want to shout out to all my channel members. And I want to give a special shout out to Kat T for being a part of the gang. Thank you guys so much. You guys really are the backbone of this platform and of this channel. Thank you guys so much. I am your host. And this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. I will see you guys in the next one.
Foodie Gang, gang, gang. Foodie Gang, gang, gang.
This is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Good Eats. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm out.